Welcome to Good Mythical More, the first of 2023. Thanks for hanging out with us as we... Bless you, son.
I was going to try to get that on the freeze frame, but yeah. I wanted to get this. I'll do it again.
Oh, we got the freeze frame? Yeah, just do it again. We are exploring the most expensive rice. Is it dishes or...
Products.
Products.
How expensive do rice products get? Let's find out.
But let's first do a freeze frame.
Yep. Here we go.
Want to hear about the first one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, oh yeah.
Good. Because that's how this works.
Yeah.
Let's hear about the
Wait, listen, thank you for asking though.
Okay.
You want to start with the fourth one?
I could, yeah. No, I don't think Chappie would like that because there's images that go with all of these.
Oh, wonderful.
The first is the world's smallest painting of Kaaba. Kaaba is Islam's holiest shrine and has been painted in watercolor on a single grain of rice.
So you look at it through that magnifying glass?
Uh-huh.
That's cool.
How much you think this is?
Single grain of rice. You sure that's not a
going
toenail? I think that could be a toenail.
I think that's a short grain rice. I think a lot like what you just dug in the bag.
No,
It looks like a Rice
I've seen this
Krispie.
on Simply Nailogical.
See, a piece of rice can look kind of like that. You ever just look at a piece of rice? And just think, wow, kind of looks like a toenail.
Like a long clawish toenail.
Did you ever get one of those necklaces that had your name written on a piece of rice in water?
No, but I've seen them and always decided that I didn't want them. Did you?
I got one as a gift.
For a girlfriend?
I think from a girlfriend.
Oh.
I think I got a girlfriend who gave me a rice noodle, a rice painting.
And then let me guess, once you got it, you were on her like
white
on rice.
I don't remember thinking it was. I remember being very appreciative, but not wearing it.
Was it in a vial?
Yeah, it's a vial. It looks almost like a Christmas light, little bulb.
I know what you're talking about.
This is cooler though because it's a full painting.
It's kind of blurry.
And it looks like it's in some sort of museum.
Or maybe that's just a shop.
How much does this cost?
That's what we have to
In
answer.
U.S. dollars?
Oh, we're supposed to write these
Yeah.
down.
Oh.
U.S. dollars.
Did you give a year that it was painted?
I did not.
Okay.
Let's see.
I mean,
Dollar sign is like this.
I'll be honest with you. The painting's not that great. I mean, it looks pretty impressionist on accident to me, if you know what I'm talking about. Art history students.
Well, it's small. It's very small.
Yeah.
It's very small. I mean, you couldn't do it.
That being said, it is probably one of a kind.
I haven't been writing much with this hand.
It's on Etsy, by the way.
Oh, it's on Etsy?
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
I just found that out.
Okay. Yep, that changes everything. All right, I'm changing my answer completely now.
Go ahead.
First I had 7,000 something, and then I changed it to $435.
Interesting. I had 3,500, and now I have 450. So we were kind of thinking the same sort of thing here.
Y'all. $18,000. Did you even know? Yeah, it was kind of a throw off to say Etsy. I didn't know that was even a thing. I didn't know you could spend that much cash on Etsy.
$18,000.
Yeah.
I mean, how many of these are there?
And we can fly it out right now.
Yeah, we have it.
And of course, it's 2023.
We bought it. Oh man.
Well,
$18,000.
I don't think I'm in the market, guys.
For a grain of rice.
I mean, no one's bought it yet.
Nobody's bought it.
So it might have to go down to $430, but I don't know. In the 80s and 90s, the luxury jewelry designer Cartier created a choker necklace called the rice necklace. Though they no longer make this particular style, we found one on eBay. How much are they asking for it?
Okay, so it's not made of rice. It's just a style that looks like rice.
Yeah.
And this is a
Cartier.
bracelet or a necklace?
It's a choker.
It's a choker, which is when you wear
It's
a bracelet as a necklace.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
It is a tight necklace. A choker. You own any chokers? You ever given or received a choker?
Yes, I received a choker as a gift
You got to ask for it.
from a girlfriend.
Somebody just can't give you a choker. You got to
I mean, isn't
consent.
a puka shell necklace technically a choker? I mean,
Depends on how tight you tie it.
Yeah, I'm saying it was 17 and a half inches. It was my neck size.
If you wear it as a child and then you never take it off, it becomes a choker.
Oh,
Think about that.
yeah. So
There's just a day when your puka just pops off.
there are.
It's called a pop my puka day.
Yeah, there are some kids.
Have you popped your puka?
There are some kids who are puka at a very young age, and sometimes they don't pop. Sometimes you just have you just got a little short puka.
Right, and if you have a really
You
strong
lost me. You
puka,
lost me.
it
What?
could
You lost me with that one. I was on the
Meaning that, like,
puka
if-
pop day, but then yeah. Go
if
back
it
to
doesn't
yours.
pop,
If it doesn't pop, it's just your neck goes in and cinches where the puka
Oh, I
is.
see. It's permanently.
it's kind of like when there's
deformed
like a
around.
cow
Yeah.
fence around like a
old
tree,
tree, and it
and
grows
then
over
the
it.
tree grows over it. That's kind of what it is. Some people have like puka overgrowth, and some people actually die.
Sometimes you don't know until you get close and really start feeling the neck,
Right,
and you can be like, I think there's puka in there.
right. There's a puka in one of those folds.
Oh, you're from the puka place. Oh, interesting. Tell me your story.
Cartier.
There's 3 jeweled pieces of rice.
It looks like encrusted with diamonds.
Encrusted is a great word, which means expensive, but not as expensive as it could be. Assuming that's 24 karat gold. This is a choker. It's probably about 15 inches long, just to put that into perspective.
Cartier, though. I came up with a really good number. Oh, I didn't mean to put a decimal. I'm going to change that to a comma.
$22, he was going to say.
I came up with a really cool number. $22,222.
That's expensive, but it's not as expensive as $77,000.
It's $20,925.
Whoa, Link!
Yeah, it's a really cool number.
But I went over. I think this is my new favorite number. Just look at it. Look at what my left hand can do. It can, I figured out how to draw a 2. I'm just going to stick with it.
You can churn out 2s like nobody's business.
I'm a 2
So,
boy. I can do
apparently,
2s. I
this
can pop your
has-
puka too.
Oh gosh.
54 diamonds and 3 rows of 18 karat yellow gold.
18 carats. See, I said 24. That's why I went up.
I'm not a jewelry man, but I did give Christy a fright when I turned to her recently and said, "What'd you think if I started wearing a chain?
Whoa.
Like a big chain,
Oh, a big chain. Okay.
like a rope chain, kind of."
And
She gasped because she believed that I was serious, and I'm like, "Well, yeah, there is a little bit of me that kind of wishes I could pull off a chain."
Well, you could put it on and pull it right back off.
I
Were
mean,
you,
medallions.
were you wearing those glasses when you asked
kinda-
her? Or were you in the previous glasses at the time?
I was in my new glasses.
Okay.
And I'm wearing and yes, so maybe I could add a medallion.
I agree with you that I'm not like jewelry. For a long time, jewelry didn't make any sense to me. And like I was like, I don't understand why we place value on these things, but I don't know. I've seen some pieces of jewelry where like the craftsmanship that went into it was like it characterized like a lot of effort and skill in a very small space.
Like this
and
is what I would look
understanding
like.
that makes sense. You know? Yeah, that's pretty cool, Link.
You know, just how can I have my lips parted a little bit?
You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that.
When you wear a medallion, your lips have to be parted a little bit.
So are you going to be like Mr. T?
What's the P?
Puka.
Pop your puka.
He's the poopa pocker.
I'm the poopa pop.
He's the
Pee-pee. I'm
He's
a
the puka popper.
puka popper. Papa Puka Popper. That's
Papa
what you
Puka
can call
Popper.
me. Triple P, baby. Triple P. I can draw P's too with my left hand. Papa Puka Popper. Oh, you can't see that because of the
Triple P.
Okay, this next one.
And if I do this, watch this, Stevie.
Okay.
If I do this, you know what I'm doing now?
No.
I'm pushing P.
Oh. Okay.
See,
Please.
if you don't know what that is,
You will be offended.
then you can't wear a medallion.
Okay, listen, we could end this more with you deciding that you are going to purchase a literal rice company because there's a rice company for sale right now on eBay. Who knew? Who knew?
You can eBay a company?
I guess so. And the description says, opportunity is knocking. Nature's Wild Rice Company. I don't know what this place is in Minnesota. Bemidji, I'm sorry for everyone who lives there,
We forgive you.
is putting their business of 42 years up for sale. The owners are retiring this year. We don't want to leave our many faithful customers, many who have purchased products from us for over 30 plus years or more without a supplier. Be blessed as we have over these many years. Please contact me with any questions you may have and for more details.
So they don't have a supplier? What?
They are the supplier.
But they're just like they're older. They're giving it up.
Yeah,
And where is this?
in Minnesota.
It's a rice making company.
Nature's Wild Rice Company.
I will say I gave you an opportunity for like over 10 minutes for you to give me your 1 minute of compliments. My 1 minute of nice, but it looks like I'm having to remind you while we're thinking about how much we're going to pay for this rice company in Minnesota. Why don't you shower some? Just 1 minute. All I need is 1 minute.
I'll do it if you plug our podcast.
Oh. Hey, you know what's also new in 2023? We're going to have a little different schedule for the Ear Biscuits podcast. The audio is still the same, coming out on Monday. But now the video version comes out on Wednesday. You don't have to wait until Sunday. You just wait 2 days.
Yep. It's a lot sooner.
So make sure you're subscribed to that YouTube channel.
Ear Biscuits.
And then if you're the kind of person who waits for the podcast until you can see it to engage in the conversation, you basically, this whole conversation can happen between all of us in 1 week.
There you go. Mondays audio, video on Wednesdays. Rhett, you know what? Start the timer. You're really good at that game, dude.
Yeah.
You're really good at tasting stuff and then seeing where it is on a board, on a map.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, and you apparently you're really good at watching food stuff on TikTok.
Yeah, I'm good at
tasting things and really liking food.
Can you give me some compliments that I don't already know? That I just don't demonstrate. Maybe some hidden things I don't demonstrate.
You're really good at stating your needs when it comes to wanting compliments.
Okay, there you go.
You can take a compliment.
I can take it to the bank.
I think that I bet you're good at unsubscribing from emails, aren't you?
But I'm a little bit better at subscribing.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
That's more me than you.
I'm always fighting that.
You're really good at subscribing to emails.
Yep.
You're really good at setting up alternative phone numbers.
Yeah, thanks for helping me with that today.
Yeah.
I got you to call to make sure it worked.
Yep. Yep.
It's not like a burner thing, just so you understand.
You're good at setting up burner.
It's a good.
So you're telling me you're not pushing P? Does that really mean something that I shouldn't be saying? Or are you joking with me?
I'm sure it probably does on the dictionary.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, I got a Google phone number.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got a Google phone number that, like, somebody's got to, like, meet you for delivery, something like that. You give them the Google phone number. But you want your phone to ring when it's called.
I think someone called, like, remember the Braille Life Buddy System 1-800 number?
Yeah.
I think that my email, I'm opening up the gates here. I think it's connected to the service that uses that like tells you what voicemails are. And someone called this morning to check on the employment of someone that I have no idea who it is. And that person's never going to get a call back. And they called the Braille Life number.
Really?
So they wanted to hire somebody?
They wanted to hire someone.
Oh.
Well, I don't know. They said they were checking on the employment status. I don't know what that could mean. But that person said they were employed by Braille Life.
I had somebody
made up a number for a loan application.
Yeah.
I had somebody call me and leave a voicemail about my request to, like, my inquiry, I can't say that word, inquiry into some sort of protocol at Pollo Loco in Long Beach.
So you were asking about the Pollo Loco protocols?
For something, for like COVID something.
So when you separate the light and dark chicken...
I almost called him back and gave him some answers.
I think you could buy that company for $3.1 million.
I think that's way too high. I went with $475,000 for this business. It's a rice company in Minnesota, bro.
$499,000. You're
Woo!
really close.
Dang, that was...
Yeah. So are we doing it?
Well, but it's eBay, though. I just outbid you.
Whoops.
That's why you put your business on eBay, apparently.
Man, okay. Well, I don't know. I feel like we could sell some rice
The
stuff.
most expensive rice.
Mythical
stuff.
rice.
Yeah. I don't
like
know. Nature's Wild Rice Company does sound a little bit better. Okay. 100-year-old sticky rice steamer from India.
Sticky rice steamer
Yeah.
from India.
they get
100 years old.
Better with age or something?
Oh, they get stickier, that's for sure.
Do they get seasoned or something?
Yes.
Like a skillet?
Oh, look at that.
Oh, this is an antique. You're not actually buying this to use it.
You could, I bet you. You could bowl with it.
So that isn't a rice bowl from antiquity.
Well, 100 years ago.
It looks like a lot older than 100 years old.
Well, if you don't treat something right.
Well, I think you'd probably like put it in fire repeatedly.
Yeah, it's seen a lot. It's got a little crack in it. You see that little crack? Mm-hmm. 100-year-old. I don't know if this is like there's millions of these and everyone's got a 100-year-old rice steamer they're trying to get rid of.
No, you don't. They don't decorate chilies with these things, dude. It's not like they're just bought from warehouses. What? Where is this sold?
That's
Etsy.
cultural patina.
Well, it could be anything. It could be any price because now we've learned $18,000 goes on Etsy.
100-year-old. Is it $1 per year? Let's see.
What you got, man?
$13.50.
I said I'm practicing my sevens now. $777.
$3,900.
Oh, wow.
That's an expensive
Yeah.
rice steamer.
Who would have known? Who would have
Authentic.
known?
That's more expensive
Neither
than like
one of
a
us.
brand new rice steamer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
One that you can plug in.
Yeah, it is. And they work so much better now.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just do one more.
One more. Let's make this one count.
Yeah. 1986 trading card for football star Jerry Rice.
1986.
Get it? Rice.
Jerry Rice. It's signed. It looks official.
It is rated mint 9.
No, that's not his rookie year. 86. It's not his rookie year.
Oh, thanks for that information.
I mean, I don't think. There's no way it's his rookie year. Because, right? I mean,
86. Good year for the Bears.
but it's signed and it's mint 9. I don't know what that means.
This might be his rookie year, dude.
Usually it would say his rookie year.
No, not necessarily. No, I don't think these would say rookie.
His
year.
rookie year was 1985. Morgan just showed it to me on a phone.
Is that but this is a 86 card.
It says 86.
But maybe they come out.
Okay. Usually it would say like rated rookie.
That's baseball.
It says I mean, on Google on the side for images, it does say this is his rookie card.
Okay, all right, okay.
Yeah.
That changes everything, Stevie.
Whatever that means.
Signed rookie card.
I know I have a Daryl Strawberry rookie card that's worth about $20. Still got that King Griffey Jr. too. I'm saying $2,300.23.
I went with $4,100.
$400K.
We drastically.
$400K?
Yeah.
What?
I mean, again,
half
like,
a million, almost $500,000.
that's the asking price, and it hasn't been sold. But like, unless the asking price is just wildly tenfold different than
It's not even a
we
good
got.
looking card. Like,
Hey, at that price, which rhymes with rice, Jerry should twice.
that's not very nice. Our latest ear biscuit is all about you and your first impressions of us. So make sure to check it out wherever you get your podcasts. And the video versions are now coming out every Wednesday, a whole 4 days sooner than last year.